All right, so my talk this month is going to be on debugging Django. Majority of you are going to be well aware of this technique, but I promise it's going to be short, so don't worry. If there does happen to be somebody that is not familiar with the technique I'm about to show you, I'm about to add 10 years to your life with the amount of stress I'm going to reduce. This was probably like the #1 technique that I have learned all year. That absolutely blew my mind, and it's just so simple once I show you how to do it. So normally, if you're like me, and if I'm like most people, when you went to write your first Django app, you came here to the Django project, you found the tutorial, you worked your way through it, and you very quickly got to this segment where they show you about the development server, going to the terminal, doing the Python manage py run server, and that's how you did everything, and it worked out great, right? So if I wanted to, I got a very quick and easy app that I did here, right? So we can run it. We click on our link. We have to add the path for the actual app, and there's our demo, and it works great and no issues. And if we come in here, and if we have a error in the code, and then we go back and we run it again, we get pretty decent information about the error. I can see the exact line that it crashed on. I can look at local variables, see what I need to do, and that's helpful. But eventually you get to the point where you really, really want to be able to set breakpoints and actually start debugging line by line. But if you try that just right out of the gate and you come up here and you want to run and you hit the debug, you end up crashing essentially, and you get these errors about improperly configured into Django settings module and whatnot. And I spent a ton of time researching this to try to solve that, and just got absolutely nowhere with it. The solution turns out to be very, very simple. All you have to do is come up here and go to project structure, and then come down to facets, select the Django, and you notice that all this is blank, which seemed weird to me because I created the project through the GUI in IntelliJ, so I would have kind of expected that it filled everything out for me, but it didn't. So if you come in and you simply set up your Django project folder, which I'm on this one, I'm going to go into the my app folder, which I named config. Open that. Then you'll browse for the settings file, right, which is going to be in there. And then it already found the manage for me, and that's it. And then when you hit OK, and now when you debug it, now it runs. So if we come back here, and I've got my breakpoint set at the beginning, so if I were to refresh this page, boom, pops right back over to the IDE, and now I can actually step through line by line, follow the flow of the program, see what variables are updating throughout the way, and look at it. And did I leave my, I left my 4.0 in there, right? So the perfect example of where to see it. So stop that, boom, get that out of there, debug it again, go back, refresh, and now I can get through the app, run, and it's back. So you can actually debug line by line. And I spent, I don't know how much time trying to write Django apps, not knowing that, and trying to debug the hard way, and writing print statements in between every line of code, and copying stuff into like a scratch file, and all kinds of craziness. And that was all I needed to do. Saved a ton of time. So I hope there's at least one of you out there that didn't know that. That's all I got.
A few questions. Let's see. Is that in the paid-for version?
Yes. So I'm using IntelliJ Ultimate I'm a student, so I get this thing for free as long as I keep taking classes.
And let's see, the second one was Django Facets. Is that an add-on?
No, so that's just, well, I don't think I might have installed a plugin, or it might have just came with IntelliJ. Let me see. So no, it's just built in to IntelliJ. I didn't have to do any third-party plugins or anything.
Huh. Thanks.
Absolutely.
Any other questions?
Does it work with templates?
So there was a bunch of, I haven't used templates, but there was a setup when you edit the configurations. There is an option where it asks you about templates and whatnot. I haven't actually done it, but it looks like there is, yes.
Last call for questions.